what nobody is saying about the Katt Williams and Kevin Hart beef being squashed. Welcome everybody to the Maj Toure Show. I'm your host, Maj Toure. It is Monday, May the 11th of the year 2026. So they say. So they say. We're going to play some of the videos. You guys know the routine. Come in, let me know what city you're watching from. Share the space all over the place. If you're watching on X, you can hit the Buy Me a Coffee link. Support the show. If you're watching on YouTube, we try to get $10, $20 super chats per show, and you guys can support that way as well. I want to know everything. I want to know where you guys are from and all that other good stuff. Hope you guys' weekend was great. Hope you guys are productive. Hope you've been tapping into your Solutionary 9. I hope you guys been working out. I hope you've been hydrating. I finished my gallon for the day. We got 100 grand to get. We got a lot of stuff to do and a lot of stuff to talk about. The talk of the town tonight is the Katt Williams roasting of Kevin Hart. Over the weekend, Netflix put out a roasting special of comedian Kevin Hart. And a surprise guest, there were a few surprise guests. But the surprise guest, that everybody's talking about is none other than Katt Williams. And tonight, obviously all over X, all over social media, people are having conversations about this. It's not difficult. It's everywhere. But tonight I kind of wanted to take a different approach. Everybody's not talking about what exactly this actually means. And if you tap into the Maj Toure Show, we're going to have discussions about the meaning behind the surface. If we're talking about pop culture, we're talking about politics, we're talking about sports, relationships, doesn't matter. My job is to make sure that I give you all a perspective and tie it back into a solution while informing you at the same time. So I'm going to go through this. This is an 8-minute, the full roasting of Kevin Hart by Katt Williams. Now, they're going to probably hit me with a copyright strike for this. So I just want y'all to know, let's get the super chats up tonight. I want to make sure that we're continuing to bring you guys different perspective as it relates to all of these things. And we do that with your support to the channel. So this is Netflix. They're going to copyright strike this. And I'm not really tripping off that, but I would love for everybody to support, as well as I want everybody to remind everybody that this is our shirt of the month. I want everybody to go over to blackgunsmatter.shop, grab your Defend Liberty tee. If you're in the Solutionary 9 already, you get 50% off of our shirt of the month every month. So it's there for you over at solutionaryuniversity.org. I'll go into the Solutionary 9 a little bit better, but reminder for all of the people that are already members of our private community, you get 50% off Defend Liberty, and that is our shirt of the month for everyone. So go over to blackgunsmatter.shop, grab that shirt, and let's go ahead and get into this Kevin Hart roast, and it's about 8 minutes. Let's go ahead. I'm going to pause throughout, y'all. I'm going to pause and take y'all to a different few places. And it'll be an interesting rabbit hole.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Katt.
I'm surprised they invited me. That's how little star power you have. They had to start inviting your enemies. I said, I hate him. They said, come anyway. Very humble of me to be at your goat roast tonight, Kevin. I've won an Emmy Award, but this is gonna be my best acting tonight as I pretend like you are a goat. For the people at home, you're wondering, why is the Cat Man doing this? For the money, bitch. This is my Riyadh Comedy Festival. Only one with a soul. Kevin, you're gonna hear some things tonight that you're not familiar with. Those things are called punchlines. Is this dais the best that the industry could put together for dear old Kev? I'm not sure if the Illuminati is real or if this is the junior varsity version, but
I'm not sure if the Illuminati is real, but this is the junior varsity version. I want y'all to understand something. Katt Williams has literally been on a tear talking about people doing satanic things and negative things and Illuminati and all of this other stuff, and he's been arrested and he's not afraid. Now, unless this is a really, really good put together parody or spoof or marketing plan by Katt Williams, unless it's that, he's being very upfront. And I don't think it's a ruse. I think there are people. I mean, when you talk about people in Hollywood and Hollyweird, as they call it, and the political connections and the Epstein files and all these different things, I don't think that it's just a joke or a spoof. I don't think that it's interesting that a lot of the people that discuss certain things wind up dying like a couple of weeks later. Anyway, my point in saying this is there's a few things that Katt Williams says throughout this that I kind of want to go into tonight. All right? And including with Katt Williams. Because anybody that becomes famous, anybody that becomes very, very known, I immediately go, maybe not. Maybe they cool, maybe they not. Maybe it's them presenting themselves as the outsider, but you're still invited to a lot of Hollywood things. So this will include Katt Williams, but let's play a little bit more.
For those of you just joining us, Kevin and I had beef, and I'll tell you why.
Had beef. Past tense.
Because privately, this motherfucker stole everything from me. Before he saw my act, he was a 6'3" white man. I tried to tell y'all that Kevin Hart was a plant. Because I keep burying him, he keeps springing back the fuck up. Just like a plant.
Plant.
Yes, I said some things I'd like to take back. Some things I said were misunderstood. I did say that Kevin was a Hollywood puppet, and I want to explain that. Because it might not be what you think. I meant that the head of Netflix literally has his whole hand up Kevin's ass and can make him do anything.
Literally, his whole hand. We're talking about, now again, it's a roast. I want to tell y'all something about a concept real briefly. And you guys tell me what you think real quick. Solutionaries versus the state. Support the work, support the show. Go over to blackgunsmatter.shop. No, I didn't see that. Go to blackgunsmatter.shop. Grab some things. I want to say something to you guys. I want to show y'all something. In a lot of these different societies, or not so secret, or kind of open but not a secret, but kind of a secret societies, they do this thing called hidden in plain sight. And as you can see on the screen right here, that's an idiom. Right, he said literally. Okay? Hidden in plain sight is an idiom describing something that is easily visible or in an obvious location, yet goes unnoticed or unregarded. It refers to objects or information that are not concealed, but are missed because they are too exposed or blend into their surroundings. When you steal socks, you hide them in a sock drawer. It's very difficult for people to find stolen socks in a sock drawer. I'll tell you guys a quick story. I remember years ago I was selling DVDs on a train in Philly, and the cops started chasing me. Not septic cops. I was standing out doing a transaction on top, like got off the train, going somewhere, and the cops, you couldn't sell DVDs at the time. Anyway, they start chasing me. I run. They hop in their car. They start chasing me. I'm on South Street. The transaction I was doing was at Broad and South. They start chasing me. I'm running. I look around, and I immediately say, I'm going to go into this restaurant. I slide off into the restaurant. I could hear as I was running, before I had this bright idea to go into the restaurant, I could hear the cop car siren getting closer, closer. Boom, I make a turn. I go, boom, boom, boom. I go into the restaurant. I'm calm. I say, hey, can I get a table or is the bar open? And they said, well, we can get your table. It'll be a little bit of a wait. Did you want to wait at the bar until? And then I say, sure. And I asked them to hold my bag, which was the suitcase that I used to drag with all of the DVDs in it. And then I went into the bar. I was running from police that wanted to arrest me for selling movies, and I went into a semi-busy but kind of location. I was hiding in plain sight. Okay? That word is something that this roast, especially by Katt Williams, this happens, and this has happened before, and this was happening all through this roast. But Katt Williams did it a few times. And I thought, let's talk about the thing that nobody's talking about, because everybody's either taking a few different perspectives as it relates to this squashing of the beef. They either saying, oh, it was fake, it was this, that, and the third, it wasn't a surprise, or they're saying it wasn't real, these guys really hate each other. None of that. I mean, that could be the story, but it's not the story. The story is always the message behind the surface. In the physical world, there are quantum mechanics. You got physics. The things that bubble up into the physical world are bound by physical laws, Newton, gravity, whatever, whatever. But the quantum field, the under, that's made up, the above, as above, so below. All of the stuff at the quantum level is made and held by different sets of laws and principles. Superimposition. So we want to learn more about the core of things, not just the surface of things. So when I say we talk about on the show, we talk about the meaning behind the surface, this is kind of along those lines. So when we talk about what's going to happen tonight, and even in this roast, it happened with The Rock as well. I'm going to show you guys the part that nobody's talking about as it relates to what business of Hollywood actually is. What the business of Hollywood is. If somebody's ousted, they're not invited back unless they do things to be invited back in, or as new players or whatever. So when you see things like hidden in plain sight, or certain things get mentioned in plain sight, it is doing a few things. It's that guy running from the police, hiding in a pretty crowded restaurant. It's that person stealing some socks and putting them in a sock drawer. It's me telling you something outright so it doesn't seem like it's something that you should be searching for because it's right out in sight. All decoration or symbols are a language. You think it's just decoration because you don't speak the language. There's a great book called Signs and Symbols of Primordial Man. You guys should check it out. But anyway, key aspects of the definition. The paradox of visibility. The core meaning is a paradox where something is both fully visible and simultaneously hard to find. We all know about these Illuminati secret societies, but we all don't know where to look. We all don't know how you get in. Or maybe you do, or maybe you don't. Is it real, right? Next, contextual masking. It often implies that the context, such as a crowded room or overwhelming information, masks the object's presence. If we do this subversive movement or this ritual or this thing in front of the world, live on Netflix, in front of everybody, if we say certain things, you could take it as a joke. Failure of perception. It highlights that people often fail to notice what is directly in front of them because they are not expecting it to be there. Okay? So I want to leave that with y'all there first, and let's go back to Katt and the roast. Let's play a little bit more.
Kevin only has one rule in his movies: no N-word. And that N-word is no. Never fucking said it, never ever. Scary Movie 3, Ride Along, Night School, Get Hard. I turned down all of them because I was not comfortable being a coon.
Maybe.
Went right behind me for the same price. If you're going to see a Kevin Hart movie, do yourself a favor, sit in a black theater so you can hear words
Oh, y'all
like,
couldn't see that. Let me run it back.
Not be what you think. I meant that the head of Netflix literally has his whole hand up Kevin's ass and can make him do anything. Kevin only has one rule in his movies: no N-word. And that N-word is no. He's never fucking said it, never ever. Scary Movie 3, Ride Along, Night School, Get Hard. I turned down all of them because I was not comfortable being a coon. Went right behind me for the same price. If you're going to see a Kevin Hart movie, do yourself a favor, see it in a black theater so you can hear words like, I want my motherfucking money back. And I want my money back too. Or this is some bullshit, I want my money back. Even The Rock can't save your ass. Kevin and The Rock have what you call a bromance. That's when two actors secretly fuck the shit out of each other.
Jokes? Jokes? Maybe. But what did we say? Hidden in plain sight. I want to stop right there on Katt's roast for 1 second. For 1 second. I want to go to what The Rock, since he brought up The Rock, I want to go to what The Rock had to say in a part of their sit down on the show. Let's play this real quick.
That's not for you. That's good shit. Let me try this. That's good shit too. This is for Daddy. This is for you. What the fuck are you talking about? Get a good latch. What? My titties ain't sucking themselves. Now you get down here and you suck on this tip. Come on. Get it. Sit down. Sit down. What's your fucking issue? Do you want to see Kevin latch onto this nipple? Okay. All right. That's it. There you go. Sit down. That's it. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. They're sucking themselves. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. No, I'm not doing shit. Oh, now you don't want to do it because it's a live crowd? I don't want to do it because Oh, now you don't want to do it. I've never sucked your fucking tail. No. Fuck you, DJ. Oh, now you've never cradled my balls. You know what? Okay. All right. That's it. All right. That's it. That's it. You're done. You're fucking done. Wrap it up. Sit down. Wrap it up. Sit the fuck up. Well, fuck you. Wrap it up. Now you don't want to suck it. Okay. Fucking balls. Fucking piece of shit. Wrap it up. That's all right. That's all right. Jesus Christ. And Nico, you know what's coming tonight. Okay. All right. Just a little this.
What's the word that it's called, guys? Hidden in plain sight. That's his wife. That's his wife. After that joke was told. After the roast. Now, let's go back. Let's go back real quick. What did he say?
Kevin and The Rock have what you call a bromance. That's when two actors secretly fuck the shit out of each other. But seriously, how can you not love Kevin? Only two people have done that. Me and his father. Kevin once said if his son was gay, he would take a dollhouse and hit him over the head with it, which is arguably the gayest way to abuse a child. But you cannot cancel Kevin Hart. You just can't do it. He's made a tough flunk. They tried to cancel him for being homophobic. And I don't get it. I'm saying the guy who's obsessed with shopping sprees and fitness, always surrounded by 10 dudes and Chelsea Handler and oiled up half Samoan bodybuilders and a vegan restaurant and bought yoga pants. You think that guy's homophobic? That guy is a fairy, bitch. He is not. That's the gayest man I ever met. You slay queen. You do that.
When we're talking about open subversive movements, when we're talking about hidden in plain sight, when we're talking about the weird stuff that goes into Hollywood, I think lately we all must have forgot. I think that after the Trump administration said, hey, we're just not going to talk about the Epstein files, we're not going to talk about this, and then everybody just ignored how weird Hollywood could be. But I want to, because I know some of y'all going to say, well, Maj, you just, it's just, that's a little bit of a reach. That's a bit of a reach, Maj. You don't know, and there's no reason that Katt Williams was saying the Illuminati thing might just be a good marketing ploy for Katt Williams, and it's possible. But let's go back to what Kevin Hart said.
Great comedian said that, in the industry, they tried to make him wear a dress. Have you ever ran into that with scripts? And is this something that, you wouldn't do, for...
Definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross. For me, I know what they are. They've yet to been challenged, so I don't have to speak on them. I was asked to dribble a basketball on the talk show this morning. I said no to that. Not that I was dressed, but I was like, no, let's do it. At the end of the day, you got to know that you're a brand. I'm a brand. You need to protect your brand at all times. When things happen that can possibly affect your brand, your brand can be diminished, and you don't want that to happen. So protecting my brand is definitely a priority.
Protecting my brand is important. Then, fast forward a bit.
And here come the Cardinals. And from the looks of it, the new pope is not Turkson. The new pope.
Well, hold on.
And from the looks of it, the new pope is not Turkson. The new pope is 9-year-old Oscar nominee Kevin Wallace.
Wow. I don't think anyone saw this one coming.
Kevin Wallace, of course, the first African.
So, I'm not wearing a dress. I'm funny without wearing a dress. I don't need to wear a dress. You got to have boundaries. You got to have standards. I mean, not long after that was this Saturday Night Live gig. This is what happened. Let's go back to the word. Hidden in plain sight. An idiom describing something that is easily visible or in an obvious location, yet goes unnoticed or unregarded. People that don't connect the dots, they think that this is about the beef. You actually think that Katt Williams is the hero, the man of the people. You think that. I know. I know you do. This quote right here is attributed to Albert Pike mostly. And the quote is, when they need a hero, right here, whenever the people need a hero, we shall supply him. Again, it's widely attributed to Albert Pike, a prominent 33-degree Freemason. It's frequently cited in discussions about political manipulation, suggesting that heroes or leaders are intentionally created to guide public opinion and maintain the illusion of choice. I wonder where else, and maybe in politics or something, where people thought that somebody was going to defend America or like make America awesome again or great for the first time or something like that. I don't know. And then you were misled into believing that this person is this, but this person is on one hand selling the country to China and giving more and more control over it to another country that shall not be named. So when I see a Katt Williams that sits down on the biggest television shows and movies and all of this still. He was on Atlanta. He sat down, blew up the internet with Shannon Sharp. He's on the Kevin Hart roast. It's the same thing that we used to think about. Dave Chappelle went to Africa, and then Dave Chappelle was always a big name. Then he showed back up and did SNL and did this, and now he's right back, got a Netflix deal. But I am supposed to believe that Katt Williams is a true grassroots hero. And maybe he is. Maybe he is. Key contextual points. The quote is often used in conversations regarding one world government, theories, and the belief that political figures are managed to sway public perception. Attribution is almost universally attributed to Pike and online posts and da-da-da-da. Right? If you ever get a chance to read Morals and Dogma, which is Pike's book, you should. But I want to go back. I think that these definitions always associated with politics and politicians. No. Not just that, to me. I think the most effective devil in America has something to say about it. I think they do it. I think you get on a media outlet and say, I'm funny without a dress. Dave Chappelle says, I don't want to wear a dress. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, whatever. And then not long after you in a dress, and then your career skyrockets. Just maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm reaching. You never know. But let's go back to what Katt has to say. Let's go back. Y'all tell me what y'all think.
They tried to cancel Kevin for the Diddy parties. They hurled allegations at him. But thanks to all the baby oil, the charges didn't stick. Kevin famously was at a brunch of
Did y'all see that? Kevin was famously at a brunch. Brunch. And then pointed. What famous brunch do we know, guys? What famous brunch are we aware of? Maybe a Freudian misstep. Maybe a speak it into existence. Maybe another hide in plain sight conversation. Maybe. These conversations I'm more interested in. I'm more interested in if we speculate. I want my speculations to have a deeper meaning, more so than speculating between do Katt Williams and Kevin Hart really like each other. Smaller minds discuss people per se. Larger minds discuss ideas and concepts. I want to make sure that we're having conversations that discuss ideas and concepts. Again, the meaning behind the surface. He mistakenly said brunch. Points at Kevin. Because Hove is his man. He's talking about the Rockefeller brunch. Rock Nation brunch, I should say. But let's play a little bit more.
Kevin famously was at a brunch of Kevin was at a bunch of Diddy parties, but in his defense, it was only because Diddy thought he was 10. Kevin even hosted a record release party for P. Diddy. There was a record number of releases. On the bed, in the pool, on the floor, everywhere but the hose. But I want to be clear. Just because Kevin went to Diddy parties does not mean he did something wrong. The fact that he gets all quiet when you bring it up, that means he did something wrong. Yet people give him awards. Kevin, I have an idea for a movie where you travel back in time and Mark Twain takes his motherfucking award back and calls you the N-word. Now that's a good movie. So I know you'll pass on it. All right, listen. I could go on all night hating on Kevin Hart. I have perfected it. But at some point, you've got to look yourself in the mirror and say, do I really want to have beef with the rabbit Snowball from The Secret Life of Pets 2? Yes, I do, Kevin. Yes, I do. Motherfucker wouldn't even play a black rabbit. Can you imagine the coonery? I'm out. Good night, Inglewood. Thank y'all so much.
Now, here's where the key turn happens. If you guys never saw the movie The Prestige, you should watch it. It's a really, really good movie. You should definitely watch it, all right? I want you guys to understand what just happened. On the surface, it looks like Kevin Hart and Katt Williams are beefing. Whatever that means. Beef is not, that's not real beef. People die in beef. So it's not beef. But on the surface, it looks like that. And I know anytime anybody starts to have these deeper discussions, people go, oh, you're doing whole think pieces on. The problem is people aren't doing enough think pieces. People are just taking everything at surface value. So the surface story is Katt Williams and Kevin Hart don't really like each other. They beef with each other for however long. For years, they don't really like each other. Blah, 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 blah. And they came out. He did the roast. And Kevin Hart did something right here that was very, very key. And now the general public says Katt Williams showed him. I don't like Kevin Hart. Katt Williams showed him. He's the hero that we need in entertainment. He's going to go in there and find out what's going on in the Illuminati rooms, and he's going to come out and he's going to tell us. He's not your regular entertainer. He's not an ordinary politician. They say things like this. But again, we're familiar with the Albert Pike quote. So this happens, and the back and forth and tension, and he comes and he tells all of the jokes and he roasts them and he says, good night, y'all. And Kevin Hart does something that's very, very smart. He does this.
Whoa. Wait, Katt, wait. Hold on. Just give me one fucking minute. Me and this man have been at odds for years on years. You coming out here, quite the fucking surprise with Katt. I can sit and I can watch you, I can laugh, because I'm a fucking fan first, okay? I'm a fan first. Katt, we have an opportunity in real time, this is live television, to put our fucking beef behind us. I am offering you an olive branch of peace. I want to be a brother. I want to be a friend. Katt, I want to move on. Can we move on, man? Can we move on?
Genius. All of the money will be made, and everything will look like there's nothing the matter. What this roast talked about was secret sexual activities, sexual activities with children. The industry is a part of it. For no amount of money would I go to even do that if I thought you guys were participating in these things. So it's either completely a lie or you're doing it and you're compromising yourself for the bag. This is the same conversation I have every 4 years when there's a peaceful transfer of power. A president will say, that guy, that Democrat, that Barack Obama, that Joe Biden, that whatever, they're trying to destroy the country. I don't want to have a peaceful transfer of power with a person that I think is trying to destroy the country that I love. But then when another president dies, you got Biden or you got Trump sitting with Obama and they keep keying it up. Shit looks like wrestling to me. So, all of the backdrops and the jokes that were told in this one session alone, and we saw what The Rock and him said, now we put it all together. If Kevin Hart is this horrible person, and he's this, and he's an industry plant, and this and that, and first, I'm not going. That's one. Two, because that argument could be made. Well, Maj, he went to go tell the truth. Okay, cool. I contend that there's money to be made. So everybody in Hollywood is going to play the game, just like Dave Chappelle told y'all he was going to his farm for however many years, and he's coming back, and now he's got an $80 million Netflix deal. Dave Chappelle wasn't broke. Dave Chappelle had DVD money from the Chappelle Show, residuals. These things exist. But he comes back and all is fine. He tells some jokes this way. You believe he's telling the man like it is. And you accept it. And then he comes back. Katt comes back. And whether fade or whatever, Kevin Hart in that moment, even if it was just for his own brand to say, hey, I've extended the olive branch. I've taken the worst jabs that all of my fellow peers and comedians could throw at me and my friends. I've taken a stride. This is called, in these same terms, or societies, this is called a humiliation ritual. Oh, you thought Maj was just going to talk about the politicking of the entertainment industry when I said this is what nobody's talking about between Katt and Kevin. Maybe you didn't think I was going to give you a back door. I want to show y'all behind the curtain. You guys just joked that Diddy thought Kevin Hart was 10 because of the sexual things with children and this and that and this. Why are you still a part of this industry? Oh, because your role on the stage is to be made to be seen as the hero. But whenever the people need a hero, we shall supply them. But media is the most effective devil in America. When we talk these things, when we say, I'm not going to wear a dress, I don't have to wear a dress, I'm funny without a dress, and then damn near next week, you put on a dress. When you have to sit your wife, the mother of your children, the manager and nurturer of your home, has to have this face because of the things that have been said to you, I question it. I mean, y'all tell me what y'all think. That's what I think. When we're talking about hiding the truth in plain sight, this paradox of visibility, this failure of perception, when we start packaging all of these things together, it comes to a head when we have a discussion about this phrase. It's called the revelation of the method. This concept, popularized by researchers like Michael Hoffman, this is a great book here, Secret Societies and Psychological Warfare, posts that a cryptocracy or global elite eventually reveals its actions to the public. So we all thinking that the Simpsons are just geniuses, been getting it right for 30, 40 years. We think that. Not that media, most effective devil in America, practicing certain rituals says, we have to tell you the truth. Just because we told you and you don't speak the language, our karma is clear. You thought it was a movie. You thought it was jokes. We were just telling you our experiences and what we did or planned to do. Revelation of the method. Factors in public consent. The theory suggests that by revealing their crimes, like sleeping with underage children, or showcasing it so much, and now you're going, you guys, it's too much. You guys are overdoing it, right? Often through symbolism in media, film, or architecture, the so-called elite effectively obtained the consent of the public. Now you have the brightest and best of us going, come on, you guys got to get over that Epstein shit. You guys got to get over. They were just joking when they talked about Diddy oiling up and sex parties, and Diddy thought you was a 10-year-old. That's not a joke to me. To me, can't speak for everybody else. But now because the hero and the guy you kind of like embraced each other, all is forgiven, and our media companies can make billions of dollars if a movie comes out. That's all providing this is just I'm just right, and everybody else could be, whatever. All is forgiven. If a Katt Williams and Kevin Hart movie came out this summer or next summer, everybody would go see it. Billions would be made. All would be forgiven. Everyone would be welcome into the bosom of Hollywood if they ever left. Next, psychological processing. Proponents believe that once the public has been processed or desensitized, predictive programming is another phrase for it. The secret society no longer needs to hide. At this stage, acting in the open is considered the final step in establishing dominance. The Rock just said in front of the world, that show, that roast was viewed by hundreds of millions of people. More on social media the day after. This man just said, you do this, and Nico, Nico's his wife. And Nico, what's coming next. Left Nico looking like this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Maj is tripping. Maj, here you go with that shit. Maj, come on, man. This ain't that. Maybe. Acting out in the open is considered a final step in establishing dominance. Solutionaries, when I put together merch, I want to tell y'all something. I'm not putting together merch because I just want to sound like it's a cool t-shirt, okay? This hoodie that I have on, this pink love hoodie, that you defend the things that you love, okay? When we're talking about media, the most effective devil in America, it's not just a cool thing to say. You have just watched people make jokes about the most heinous things, but because it's called a roast, and because we kind of like the celebrities, the entertainers, we accept it. When we make gear over at blackgunsmatter.shop, it always has a point. Always has a point. What does that say? Entertainers are not leaders. You just like them. In the days of Rome and the golden, gladiators and all of that, the Romans treated the entertainers like the help. They did not revere the entertainers. The entertainers were like the jesters, the entertainers, and then the gladiators. Entertainers are not leaders, guys. In no way, shape, or form. Somebody said is the video froze. Is my video still froze, y'all? Y'all let me know. Guys, the game is rigged a bit, in my opinion. Let me pause this real quick. I'm good now. I'm paused. I'm going to pause my camera. How do I pause this damn camera? Somebody said off and on. Y'all let me know. I'm going to close some of these out real quick. My point in saying this to y'all is this. It's a lot of cat going on. And we may not all have all of the answers. We might not. We might not have all of the answers. And that's fine. As long as we still thinking. And as long as we remember, it's not us against each other. It's us against the overreaching government, the state and its apparatus known as the media. These are the things that we are up against. We are up against people that want to attack your liberties. They want to use psychological operations to make sure that you're focused on things over here, but not the meaning and the message behind the surface. That's what I'm saying to you. These are the legitimate questions that we got to ask. And I think this is the perfect time to do it. Like, it's not, come on, y'all. Like, are we just accepting that, like, yeah, these guys just made up and none of this went to, like, nobody knew nothing? We got to ask these questions, y'all. We got to evaluate and think about it. And you got to sometimes link with like minds that are on that. That's all. That's what our Solutionary 9 is about. I want to read this to y'all real quick and then we'll wrap up. The time to prepare is now. You are not here by accident. At some point, everyone realizes the same truth. Life does not reward good intentions. It rewards preparation. Most people wait until pressure forces them to change. Solutionary 9 exists for the people who decide before that moment arrives. Guys, I don't know how to pause this. Can. Oh, it's good now? Okay. I'll say it this way, y'all. You have to start building with like minds that are going to get you mentally sharp, physically stronger, and capable of defending what you build. Your mind builds your body. Your body builds your life. You're capable of being capable of defense of that life. All of those are the triangle. That's the pyramid. If you don't have all three of those things, you are severely lacking. It's just what it is. It's not a knock. It's just what it is. Can y'all hear me still? All right, I think y'all can hear me. I wanted to take it off of freeze for a second. Guys, here's the reality. I don't know what happened. Am I still here? I don't know what's going on here. Okay, cool. All right, I'm here. Guys, I'll say it this way. All right, I'm going to just stay audio because I don't know. Maybe the Illuminati's trying to mess with my signal. Who knows, right? The time legitimately to prepare is now. There's a reason why we made the Solutionary 9. And I know there's a lot of people that are like, well, Maj, you made the Solutionary 9 thing for what? I mean, you're the gun guy. You know how many times I heard that? You're the DVD guy. You're the weed guy. You're the sneaker guy. You're the insert whatever guy. You're the gun guy. You continue to evolve because you're supposed to. You're supposed to be all of those things as you learn them. And if it's not your lane, you ain't going to gravitate towards it. But these three pillars of readiness are things that you're supposed to, the point is you're supposed to be holistic. You're supposed to train. You're supposed to build real world competence, skills that you could execute. You're supposed to strengthen, building a capable body that holds up when things get difficult. And you're supposed to be able to defend. You got to protect your health, your way of life, and the people who depend on you. So I'm going to ask everybody to join the Solutionary 9. We're here for you if that's something you're interested in. If you give me 99 days, I definitely will make you smarter, stronger, and a better shooter. That's it. That's it. 99 days. You are up against an ancient energy, and you need a community of people that have like minds to help each other, hold each other up, hold each other accountable, and push each other into greatness. That's what we created. Because all of the people that we talking about tonight, I mentioned Albert Pike tonight. We talked about all of these societies and media. These people are a strong network. You are honest, you are good, no doubt. I believe that most of you watching the show tonight are good people, right? You are honest, you are good. You are an unorganized truth fighting an organized lie, which means you're going to lose. Which means in order to win, you need to get organized, and you need to organize that truth in networks of people. And these people need to be on the same thing that you want. I can say in the chat right now, I can say, who in here is solutionary? Who is solutionary? And people going to say, yo, I'm a solutionary. I'm a solutionary. Why? Because they're getting actual benefit and value from being a solutionary. We didn't help people lose weight. We didn't help people gain weight. We didn't help people got stronger. I put Wild Selt onto a 5x20 workout yesterday. He like, man, he probably feeling that joint right now. My point in saying this is they have their worldview. These people that got us questioning, whether Katt Williams and Kevin Hart really like each other. Again, that's the surface conversation. The fact that they're about to potentially make billions of dollars off of their thing, and they've put people in position. They have their worldview. They got their team. You need to build your team. You need to get on a team. Get on the solutionary team. I have not seen a more comprehensive, productive system with a simple blueprint that you execute, that you get so much value and benefit across so many disciplines in such a short period of time. I haven't. And I'm biased because I made it. But however, I made it because I was just looking at everything that was around for 10 years. Our opposition is well-funded, well-organized, and well-networked. We have to, it ain't even about like fighting them. It's not about pushing back against the things that you dislike. It's about building the things that you love. We don't bash what we hate. We promote what we love. And we let love bring more and more of those people in. Right? Wild Selt just said the F's: family, friends, fitness, firearms, food, and farming. I'm telling you, it's what it is. He said his legs are toast. He did his 5x20 for the first time yesterday. My point in saying this to y'all is we have a community for everybody. I will extend myself and make myself available. It's not a bot. It's not my assistant. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Somebody in the chat could tell y'all, yo, Maj, you don't be, it don't really be you, it'd be a chat. Yeah, they'll say it. That's not the case though. Okay? My point, guys, is this. They have their worldview. They have their team. They flaunt their open subversive movements and their hidden in plain sight definitions and details. They show it right in front of everybody. We need to show what we're about. And those three pillars right there are what we are about as Solutionary. So I want everybody, if you're in the chat, hit the link in the chat. I want everybody to hit that link right there. When you hit that link, click. Matter of fact, let me just walk y'all through it. I'm going to show y'all. You hit claim your spot. These are answers to questions. You answer these questions honestly and truthfully. Then you put your name here and your email and your phone number. Then, boom, you hit that button. And then we'll get on a call together and curate your plan. Okay? We get on a call, we curate your plan, and you give me 99 days. If you give me 99 days, right? Naturally, Arm says, it really is him. I'm telling y'all it is. Just Todd says 5x20 is a killer. It is. I'm telling y'all the truth. If you give me 99 days and dial in, I will make you smarter, stronger, and a better shooter. There's no doubt about it. Wild Selt was already in the Solutionary 9. We started chopping it up a bit, and Wild Selt, if you call me immediately out. Call me out. All right? We started chopping it up, right? I gave him a new, he asked me something about a workout plan. I said, I'll try this. 5x20 on legs. His legs are going to feel soreness and growth that he didn't feel in a very, very long time. That pain is growth. That's why it's called growing pains. Okay? If you guys give me, listen, I want y'all guys to be a part of this community. I want you to, because not for me, for the future of America. The people that we talked about on that Tonight Show, they have their network of people. They're openly on stage joking about the potential of Diddy sleeping with underage children and oiling them up. They are so confident in their position, in their network, that they know that they can get away with saying these types of things. So it's not a knock to them. They got their worldview. Our worldview is different. However, if you a lone wolf out here, right? If you a lone wolf, even that term is an oxymoron. Wolves don't hunt by themselves. When people are like, oh, I'm an alpha wolf, I'm a dominant, I'm a solo wolf. Wolves hunt in packs. Okay? These things are all critical. They got a pack. They got a squad. We have a squad for you as well. Hit the link on the screen, solutionaryuniversity.org. Shoot the emails. Do all that other good stuff. Let's get in here. If you give me 99 days, I guarantee I will make you stronger, smarter, and a better shooter. And if not, I will give you every single penny back. I'll give you every single penny back. I'll give you your money back. Because we need to work as a unit. We need to get stronger as Americans. Right? That needs to happen. We need to do that. I want to thank you all for tapping in tonight. Make sure you guys also, I want to show y'all something amazing before we wrap. See this? This is amazing. Somebody yesterday or the day before or something like that, somebody yesterday gave $300. Says, Maj, gratitude and respect to you. There's something deeply sacred about people willing to stand for their community while teaching others to stand for themselves. That kind of work echoes far beyond policy or politics. It restores dignity, confidence, and connection. Thank you for continuing to walk the path with courage and conviction. Solutionary for life. KK, whoever that was, thank you. And the day before, an off-site accountant shot the 24, said, I appreciate the work that you do. And John gave $1,000. Yo, I want everybody, we are now a little over $8,000 left. If we can get 8 more people to pitch in at $1,000 level, that would be awesome. Because fundraising is difficult. And I wanted to stop so bad and y'all wouldn't let me. Y'all was like, keep going. You better not quit. So that's the reason why I'm talking about it. So we would love for everybody, if you're watching on X or wherever you're watching, go over to givesendgo.com/solutionary and be a donor at whatever level. But again, guys, I want everybody in the Solutionary 9. Everybody in the Solutionary 9. 1,000%. 1,000%. I want everybody in the chat to be solutionaries. I want you guys to get access to the t-shirts, the monthly t-shirts, 50% off. But you can only get that if you remember the Solutionary 9. So again, guys, thank you all for tapping in tonight. I'll see you guys on the same time at the same channel tomorrow. Be safe, be solution.